I'm Miranda and we're at PICA, WA's home of contemporary arts, located in the heart of the city in the Perth Cultural Centre. PICA offers you different ways to engage with contemporary art through exhibition and performance. We also help to further artists through our residencies programs, which allows artists to explore and grow their ideas and practice. I'm the Hatch Curatorial Fellow here at PICA, and as part of my role, I work on Hatched, the National Graduate Show exhibition, which involves 24 of the most exciting emerging artists travelling to Perth and exhibiting their work in one big exhibition here at PICA. As part of this exhibition, we also present the Harold Schenberg Art Fellowship, which awards $50,000 to one Hatched artist every year. We're really excited to share this exhibition with you, as this year is the 30th anniversary of Hatched, and we're looking forward to sharing with you the beautiful works by emerging artists across the nation.
My name's Hanish. I'm an artist working on Ghana land in Adelaide, and I finished my honours year last year at Adelaide Central School of Art. My practice is involved with figurative sculpture primarily, but I'm also a drawer and I work with all sorts of mediums as well. So this body of work is called Making People, and it's sort of an investigation into creation narratives and trying to make an artwork that's alive. So I've been sort of studying all sorts of mythologies around creation of life. So for instance, like the Jewish folktale of the golem, and sort of more modern stuff like Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, and all these stories about like sort of making life out of inanimate material and sort of the unnatural process maybe of that. So yeah, these are sort of like larger than life sculptures made out of plaster and clay models, and I sort of model these clay figures sort of based on myself, and then reproduce them in plaster and combine them and make these sort of big amalgamations of different figurative forms. And yeah, so I sort of imagine them as these beings emerging from what I call like this primordial sludge, which is sort of like this idea of everything on Earth was like originally just this pile of sludge, and everything has sort of evolved and emerged out of that. I guess a part of this creation of life is I want to sort of create these works that evoke a sort of emotional response with the audience, which can be sort of like horror or humour or all sorts of things. And I'm sort of interested in that idea that the artwork it sort of has life based on that interaction when the audience sort of interacts with it.
My name's Ewell. I live and work on Gadigal country, and my practice centres on clay. This year I've been thinking about commemorative languages, so things like monuments and commemorative where that goes into the home. How the state tells stories from the past and inserts them into the future, and whose stories are being told and whose are violently being left out. And clay is a really powerful medium to think through these questions of sovereignty, because clay is Aboriginal land. Clay is the earth, and so for me there's no better medium to think through my responsibilities as a settler living on stolen land. This work here is called Home Builder Scheme, Rebuild or Renovate. And it's really about the precarity of the structures that settlers like me lean on to live on stolen land. Down the bottom here is stone that's from Gadigal country, Gadigal country. That's 200 million years old, and I got that out of a dumpster nearby to my house. And sitting on that bed is these bricks here, which also, they come from Darug country, from Burramata, and they were made by convicts in the 1860s at a time when convict labour became privatised. And I've shown people these bricks, you know, and the common response is like, oh my God, they're so old. Like, what convicts made those? That's so old. And for me, the point is that they're not. I mean, what they're constituted of is, but this is a very recent history. And the brick for me is a perfect unit to speak about the theft of labour and land. Some of the other work is a series of plates. This is called 2020 Still Digesting. Here the language is commemorating information. The most important thing for me is the back side of these plates, thinking about not only the commemorative language of the patterning of the plate, but also to acknowledge our material world as well. So the back of this plate says, this remains 100% Aboriginal land, and that is because of the material of the plate itself, but also speaking to where we live, which remains 100% Aboriginal land and always will.
Hi, I'm Natalie. So I'm a Hong Kong Australian artist based on Camaragal and Gadigal country. I make sculptures, performance and installations. And for Hatched, I have my work Peeling with me. Peeling is formed from this new material that I made called skins, and that's made from glue, paint, salt, water and cleaning detergent. And so within the work Peeling, I invite audience to come and share their views with me. And through this performance, I remain silent, and after they confess, I cut my hair off to give to the audience, who then place it within this new skin that I'm making. And after that, I peel them off, and that forms the installation of this work. And what I hope to achieve out of this, it's a unity to survive trauma, and a space where the skin holds the power to let go. It is for people to connect through the shared experience of pain, and not particularly prioritizing anyone's pain over another. I started a lot of material experimentations to lead me into this skin material. I started working with cleaning detergent as well, because I was thinking about the way cleansing or cleaning is the political warfare where the Hong Kong people are being oppressed, and also the way I experience assimilation here in Australia is a form of cleansing. So to me, that's a way to reclaim the political warfare of cleansing by actually using it in my work. And then salt is also important because it was my response to the use of pepper spray that was so heavily used in 2020 in Hong Kong, America, and also on Gadigal country. It was the preparation of saline water, which is to combat pepper spray, as the first thing that comes out that made me realize, like, salt water or salt is like can be an empowering material to defend my body. So I really clung on to the cleaning detergent and the salt, and that's important to me in the creation of the skin, because now I feel that the skin has the power to help me through the political violence that my body inherently goes through.
Thank you so much to the artists who spent the time to speak with you about their beautiful works. So Hatched is on until the 11th of July 2021. Entry is free, so please come on down and see the exhibition featuring the works of some of the most exciting emerging artists across the nation. Thank you.